Hello, hello, and welcome to Sub-Suburban Splendor. I'm Jason, working with National Exterminating. We're getting ready to check out this crawl space. I think it's going to be interesting, because I don't think this crawl space has gotten much love or attention in its lifespan. Just looking right in here. Oh, my flashlight's not on yet. Oh, there we go. You can see there's no moisture barrier. The trunk line is cutting everything right in half. And the outer perimeter of the crawl is pure mud. There's been some rain over the past couple days, and some of that's running under the house. Now, maybe I should explain my process. When I go to do an inspection, pretty much the first thing I do is take the crawl door off, shine my flashlight around, and make a little bit of noise. That way any critters that might be down here know I'm coming. Most animals aren't really interested in causing you any trouble. They just want to get out of the way. They're not going to attack unless you surprise or scare them. So, if they're alerted to your presence, most of the time they'll just clear out of the way and you won't have to deal with them. So, popping that crawl door off and taking a look around, I could see no moisture barrier, a lot of just junk and trash. You can see old pipes and a garbage bag. I think there's a sock laying there. And now, this particular house, the owners are actually pest control customers as well. So I've been inside. The inside of the house is lovely. But nobody's done really anything down here, I think, in many, many years. You can see my handiwork from 2018, at the risk of making myself sound very old. This house was one of my customers back then, is again with the new homeowners. Now we've got a moisture reading of 11%, so that's okay. Better than I was expecting. Judging by the state of that outside edge with that moat of mud, I thought we'd be looking at a 13 or 14. And I might be talking to these people about getting a summer check done. But we're good for now. Alright, and I gotta argue with this pen cap for a moment. Pardon me. Making my triumphant return in 2022 at 11%, down from 14% several years ago. Now the interior part of the crawl away from the edge of the house is dry and dusty. So it may be that they don't actually need a moisture barrier at this point. Some nice bits of metal for somebody to accidentally cut themselves on if they're not paying attention. Some busted up concrete. This place is just a junk pile. None of that is actually, a real problem as far as the health of the house. And it's just annoying for anybody that's got to come down here to have to duck and dodge around all the junk. Up along the band board there, you can see we've had a a lot of camelback cricket activity in the past. I don't see any now. Of course, it is getting cold outside most days. Today's an exception. It's warm and rainy. Which probably means within the next couple days I'm going to get some calls from people about sudden attacks of ants or water bugs or things like that that have woken up from the warm weather and think it's an early spring. I'm going to get up close to this trunk line here. I had a fantasy that maybe I could climb over top of it, but we've got the hot water pipes running parallel to the air conditioning trunk line, blocking everything off. I can kind of see in that corner there. I need to go around and get a closer look, but everything from here looks all right. Don't have all the cricket droppings on the front of the house. Don't for sure know why that is, but I would speculate that they're staying near the back because there's an easier way in and out for them. Camelback crickets are also called cave crickets by some people. And that is their natural habitat, and dank crawl space is pretty much a man-made cave. So they hang out in here during the daytime and come out at night to forage for food. They are scavengers, so their food is pretty much just any kind of dead plant or animal matter, or even, living bugs that don't run fast enough or fight hard enough to get away from them. They've even been known to cannibalize their own if times are tough. Yeah, it looks like that one corner was where all the crickets were hanging out. Everything else is pretty clean. Around here, things are a little less trashy. There's some clumps of dirt and some little bits of old broken up tree root. Now, something like this, you can see all the little twigs and things like that that are down here. So whoever cleared this lot before building a house on it did not do a spectacular job of cleaning up. You really don't want all of this wood debris down here, because that will attract termites, and it's a pretty easy jog from that bit of old root to the side of the house and then up into the foundation. And trying to clean up all these little bits of things probably would be too painstaking of a job for anybody to really want to take on. But that is something to keep in mind if you're peeking your head under your own house. If you've got any old lumber or anything stored under the house, you should at least get it on top of your moisture barrier or some other unchewable something so that termites can't get to it. Of course, ideally, you shouldn't have any wood or wood byproducts stored under your house at all. But I do realize we don't live in an ideal world, and sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But if you happen to be a builder, please be a little cleaner than this. Don't just be throwing the old broken bricks and sharp bits of ceramic from old pipes down here. Do keep in mind that sooner or later somebody's got to come down here and do some work. And they don't need to waste their time trying to dodge all of your garbage so they don't get cut. Looks like the central point where all the drains meet up and go to the street. That's probably the kitchen right there. I've seen a couple of bug foggers down here too. Some folks were trying to cure their own bug problems. And that's all well and good. If you can do it yourself, yes, and save yourself some cash, I'm all for that. But of course, if your over-the-counter remedies don't work, National Exterminating and other pest control professionals will be there to help out. Now, one argument you hear these days, of course, is people saying that there's plenty of over-the-counter sprays and baits and other products. So anybody can go to the hardware store and get pretty much the same thing that, we carry in our bag of tricks. And that is reasonably true. The one thing you don't get, though, is somebody to come back when your first try doesn't work. Oh, and this is just lovely. Look at this AC duct that is too low to crawl under, and maybe too high to get over, but I'm gonna try, because the alternative is to go all the way around to find a better spot. Okay, let's give this a shot. Eyes on me. I am very carefully hopping over that duct. Oh, and not putting any of my weight on it. Back to the show. One more fogger. Some brave soul crawled all the way to the front of the house from the crawl door. You can see the light shining over there, all the way over here. Touched off that fogger and crawled as fast as his hands and knees could carry him to get back out the door before that cloud caught up to him. And that's really not necessary. You shouldn't do that. Foggers are designed to fill the space from wherever you put them. You can just stick them nicely down right at the entrance, touch them off, and close the door. No need to run that race. All right. Getting up here. Let's see. Yeah, you can see that kind of those veins. That is some fungus that has gotten deeply rooted and starting to spread through the wood. Those really are kind of veins. They're mushroom veins. Slowly eating away at this bandboard. The wood seems to be in fairly good shape. If there were a real problem, I'd be punching holes with my little light taps from my screwdriver. That is definitely something that the homeowners need to know. They may need to get a treatment. And up here, yeah, you can see the little brown specks of fungus starting to form. I don't expect too much to be going on right now. Let's see. And we are getting some smearing. So there is some active fungus here. Moisture meter's reading 9–10%. A little higher up, 10 to 11. So that stuff probably isn't too active right now, but in the summertime, it will be thriving and growing and sucking all the nutrients out of this wood, turning it dead. Well, it's already dead. It's a tree that's been cut down, but turning it brittle and making it useless at holding up the weight of this house. That's definitely something the homeowners need to know. They should probably get a fungus treatment sooner rather than later. This last corner is really, really crowded. Got water pipes and ductwork just going all through. And if I can bend my neck at a couple of right angles, I can just see that corner. And it looks okay. Oy. So that was less fun than it could have been. And more of these little tree roots and bits of twigs and things down here. That's pretty unusual. It's like they just chopped up a whole tree and scattered it down here. Can't say I approve. Alright everybody, that's about it. I have to drag myself back out the way I came in. I'll probably be uttering some less than nice language about having to double back and cover the same ground twice. So until next time, please like and subscribe and comment and stick around. I'll be back again. Until then, thanks for watching.